Hey guys, Johnny here. Today I want to talk about a band that changed my life and really got me on a new path and a direction. If you're not familiar with the band, it's Sum 41. You can tell by the shirt and the poster in the back. Uh, they're doing they released their final music video today, which I'll link in the description if you want to check it out. But they did their final tour. They were just inducted to the Hall of Fame and performed their very last show ever. And they're calling it quits. I think they've been around for 25 years, so they had a good run. But the reason that I was drawn to them is, I don't know, probably a silly reason, and maybe it resonates with some people. I'm not sure, but to kind of back up a little bit, I remember growing up, I never felt like I could accomplish much. I always believed that it was just talent that got you somewhere. Like, I wasn't able to learn guitar or drums because I wasn't talented, or I couldn't do sports because I wasn't talented. And it's not till years later that you learn that it's just some talent, sure, but most of these guys aren't that talented. They just put in a ton of time and a lot of effort. So that's kind of where my journey starts, is just thinking I could never accomplish anything. And then I'm growing up being told that I'm just a quiet kid and I don't need to socialize, just be yourself, which at the time myself was quiet and unsocial. So I'm thinking, okay, myself is quiet and unsocial, so I guess that's just me. I didn't really change much of this until I was in my 34, my early 30s. And the reason it changed is it's kind of stupid, I guess, or maybe it's not, I don't know. But I remember specifically when I met my ex-wife, we started dating. We dated for a while, like a year before we got married. We were married 12 years, so this would have been when I was 22 maybe. But I remember her saying that her mother didn't like me because I was too quiet. And I've heard this growing up my entire life, you're just the quiet kid, just be yourself, people will like you, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't think much of it. I was used to hearing that, growing up. People just don't like the quiet kid sometimes, and I guess I just dealt with it. But I remember, I don't know how it happened. I just came across an interview one day with Derek Whibley, the singer of Sum 41. He was talking about how his friends' parents didn't like him because he was the quiet kid. And it really hit me like, oh, okay, a famous rock star who's written hit songs, he was the quiet kid, and, people said that they didn't like him because of it. But then he goes off and is successful. He's touring the world. He's dating good-looking women. He's, very charismatic on stage. And it kind of got me thinking, like, okay, if he can do that, he's just a quiet kid. Like, what is stopping me from doing that? So this was when I was probably, like I mentioned, 33, 34. And just that little sentence got me thinking of what I could accomplish, what I could do if I started learning some things. So I remember after seeing that, I obviously got hooked on their music. It's great music. I probably should have listened to it in high school, but I was always the kid who thought the new music was terrible and I should listen to old music like The Doors and Led Zeppelin. And I mean, that stuff's great, but I could have been rocking out to Sum 41 in high school, which would have been even better. But you learn as you go. But anyways, once I heard that, I started looking at ways that I could start improving my social skills. Is it something that I could learn? So I started looking up YouTube videos. I came across a guy named Marcus Oakey, and he was teaching people ways to be charismatic. He was in the same situation. Very shy, introverted kid. Never felt like he could socialize, but then he started learning social skills, and he just applied what he learned, and, through exposure, through effort, you just become more personable, more social. You can handle social pressures. And then after that, I started learning more about how I can start becoming just a better man overall. It's just those little steps. It just kept incrementing. Start with Sum 41, learning that I can change. Then looking up ways to do that. So then I learned about Marcus Oki. And then I came across a guy named Alpha M on YouTube who taught confidence and how to be stylish. So instead of wearing baggy clothes and stuff my wife dressed me in, I would start wearing, black t-shirts, some slim fit jeans, some boots, and not just trashy tennis shoes. Get my hair styled a little bit. Actually start to put some effort into my life. Once I started doing that, that kind of led me to figuring out other ways. I stopped playing video games as much, and I started going to the gym more. I started going to trivia nights and just asking random people if I could join their team and making groups of friends that way. And then after that, I kind of realized that I wanted to be in a bigger city. So it gave me the courage to move out of a small town in Wisconsin and move to Boston, where I didn't know anybody. Just decided that I needed a change and I could handle things now. I'm not the same kid who is afraid to try. I'm not the same kid who can't make friends. It kind of just gave me a confidence boost of I can handle a lot of things now. So then I get out to Boston. I'm having a good time. I'm meeting some friends. Meet one friend in particular, Angus. If you ever see this video, hope you're doing well. But he talked me into going to Vegas because we had the same kind of goals. We wanted to be in a big city, live our lives. He was in his 30s also. We kind of wasted our 20s, we felt like. And what better way to meet new people and experience a life that we never did before. So we moved to Vegas. Had a great time there. Met some great people. Met my business partner, Ryan, who we've been friends for, 6 years now. We've in business together. We're doing coaching together. So you just make these lifelong friends. And it never would have started, I don't think, if I never saw that one interview with Derek just saying his friends' parents hated him too because he was the quiet kid. So it's interesting how that all works out, I guess. Just that one interview led me to kind of a new life. And I've had some great experiences since. I've traveled the world. I've met wonderful people. I've got a new business that I'm starting. It also helped me with just work in general. Before I found Sum 41, I was just coasting through my day. I just assumed I didn't have talent. I was just getting by at my job. I thought I was over my head, and that's just the way it was going to be. And somehow that interview made me realize that it's not talent, it's effort. So thank you, Sum 41. I had so much fun at all the shows. I'm going to post some clips from some of the shows I have over the years. Some I was kind of drunk, I guess, and didn't get good pictures, but I'm glad that those days are behind me. I'll link the new video that they just posted in the description. It's got a good breakdown of where they came from as well. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say. I'm just very happy that I was able to see Sum 41 over the years. I wish I would have seen them earlier, but they really guided me on a new path that I'm incredibly grateful for, and we'll see what the next inspiration comes from. I'm always looking for that. But until next time, check out Sum 41. See ya.
let's do this, right? Time passes by, direction unknown. We're leaving now, but you're not alone. Before you know it, your cup's overflown. You measured no one that we've ever known, and it's quite alright. And goodbye for now. Just look up to the skies and remember this night, 'cause it's quite alright. And so long, goodbye.